Hello class, I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and let's get started for today's lecture. Today I just want to talk about reading number 8, and on the course syllabus it's supposed to read reading numbers 7, 8, 9, but we already covered reading materials number 7 and 9. So 7 and 9, you don't need to really need to read. You can skip the same articles that you already read for reading materials 6. Okay, so you can skip reading number 7 and 9. Today I want to talk about reading number 8. A brief history of physical education in America's schools. So I'm sure you do have an article and a web link to read this article, but I just want to briefly summarize this reading about American educational system and also physical education. So in this article you can see Plato right there. He was the student of Socrates, and then you can also see as Plato's student Aristotle. So this is the Socrates and Plato and Aristotle. Okay, so but we will focus on Plato, who was the wrestler, and he was the Greek philosopher as well, and he was the best student of Socrates, and then also he was a teacher of Aristotle, right? So in this article you can see what he did, right? So he developed a building which is called Academia right there in Greek, Academia, which is known as Academy right now, Academy. And Academy now is known as school. So one thing I want to share with you is, I know some of you speak the Dutch, right? German as well. This can be pronounced by Schüler or Schule, right, in German. That is called a place to have fun, or a playground to have fun. Okay, so that's a Schule or Schüler. And the Plato was an athlete, and he was the philosopher. And he was a great educator as well, who developed a building which is known as school now. And he focused on physical activity and fitness long time ago. So he has been cited in this field so many times because he addressed the importance of physical fitness and physical activity. The next is, in the history of physical education, there are 3 countries that have influenced American physical education and physical activity. So 3 countries: Germany, Sweden, and England. From the late 17th to the mid 1800s, 3 countries influenced U.S. physical education. As you can see, Germany is famous for gymnastics, and Sweden famous for fitness. What about England? Is sports. So let me readdress. There are 3 countries that have been influencing U.S. physical education in the history: Germany, Sweden, England. Germany influenced U.S. gymnastics, Sweden fitness, and England sports. Okay, Next, around 1890s, most of you know John Dewey. He was the father of American education. John Dewey. He suggested that three R's. Three R's. The first R is relevance. The second is relationship. The last one is real. Authentic as well. So our education should be relevant and should have relationship and real. It should be authentic. So when we educate our students, your instruction, your teaching should be relevant and should have relationship between what you teach and the real life. And for that reason, the last one is what you teach should be real and realistic. That is also known as authentic. Authentic. So please remember three R's. Relevance, relationship, real. Okay. So the first today, Plato. Academia is academy now, and academy now is called school. A school is from the German word Schule or Schule, a place to have fun, a playground to have fun. That is Schule. So your school and our school should be a good place and fun place for our children. And next, there were three countries that influenced U.S. physical education. The first country is Germany. The second is Sweden. The third country was England. So how did they influence U.S. PE? Well, they introduced gymnastics. Germany introduced gymnastics. Sweden introduced fitness to U.S. PE. And England, sports. England, sports. Okay. I have more things to cover, but I think this is an overview of very brief history of physical activity and physical education. Then we will talk about more about the history of physical education and what is going on now. But right now, you already know we do have a NASP, National Association for Sports and Physical Education, that sets the national standards for physical education. And we do have the Fitness Council, Presidential Fitness Council as well, right? So please remember today's lecture right there, Plato and three countries, and how did they influence physical education, and who was John Dewey, and what did he propose. Our education should be relevant, it should have a relationship, it should be real in our daily lives. So whatever we teach can be applied and should be applied to our daily lives. Okay. The next announcement, you are supposed to take quiz number 2, but I'll give you full credit today. Full credit. So don't worry about the second quiz. Today I'll give you full credit for today's quiz. Okay, and I'll send you another video for Wednesday. Wednesday we will talk about ALTPE, academic learning time in physical education. So I will send you another video for Wednesday lecture, that is academic learning time in physical education. Academic learning time in physical education. So Wednesday we will spend a lot of time on academic learning time in physical education, which is known as ALTPE, ALT-PE, ALT-PE. Okay, so I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you. Bye bye.